Hi, this is David Williams from Expert Advisor. In this video, I'm going to show you a new feature called the Debug Manager that we just added to the last release of VTS EA Builder. So the Debug Manager allows you to animate your VTS drawing while it's running either live or attached to the strategy tester. So the reason we created something like this is because a lot of our club members that have been with us for a while are starting to create some pretty sophisticated EAs. And sometimes you need a little help when your EA doesn't behave the way that you think it should. And this tool helps you visualize it and lets you actually see what your EA is doing as it runs. So I'm going to build a new system. I think I'll go up to the Strategies tab, and I'll download one of the pre-made systems. I think I'll get the reversal drawing. There we go. Okay, I'm going to build this. Okay, that looks good. Now, the Debug Manager is found over on the right side in the System Manager tray, usually at the bottom. And I'm going to click there to open up the configuration window. And what we have here is what we call the tick watcher. That's what the animation tool is called, because as a tick or a new price data comes into the platform, this tool allows you to watch it. And the first thing we'll do is click this Enable button. And what that did is it's prompting us, as the first time we enable it, to rebuild the Expert Advisor, because when we have a tick watcher enabled, we need to rebuild it and inject some code that sends out the messages that allows the animation to take place. So I'm going to say yes here. Okay, great. And so that's the first step. We built our Expert Advisor so that it's capable of watching ticks and reading ticks and animating them. Now we'll go over to the MetaTrader platform. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. And I have the strategy tester open here. And what we'll do is we'll run this EA on the strategy tester, and then we'll pop back over to VTS to watch the animation. So I'll have to refresh the Expert Advisor since I just built that. And there's our reversal system that I just built. And I'm going to start the test on this. And one of the first things we'll see is that the EA is going to write a file name to the chart. And that's the file name that contains all the tick information. It's written by the EA, and it's read by VTS to do the animation. Now, I would have liked to have had VTS find the file automatically. And as a matter of fact, in the first few releases, that's what we did. But we found that with MetaTrader, there are too many different places that the file can be. And the best thing to do was to just write the file name on the chart, and then you as the user, the trader, would use that to locate the file using the file dialog in the VTS platform. So I'll show you that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start this test. And right up here it says Tick Watcher, right into File, C Program Files, blah, 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 blah. Actually, it's in the Testers Files folder for my platform. So I'll go back over to VTS, back to the Debug Manager, and now I'm going to select a file. So I'll click the Select File dialog, and actually it brought me right there because I was over here before. And I will select that file, and it automatically starts doing the animation. So let me move this out of the way a little bit so you can see it. And the first time the reversal goes through, as you can see, it followed the bottom. Now it's going to follow the top for the most part. And what I mean by that is, so what's happening right now is the Expert Advisor is running, and each time a tick is read, it animates its execution on this drawing. And in this window over here, there's some information that's displayed that tells you what element, what VTS element it's hitting and whatnot. And you could also use this to stop it and to restart. So what I like about the reversal drawing is that if you noticed, the first time on the first tick it came through and then hit this, are there any open trades, which was false. So it followed this path and it came down here and it actually opened the trade. Now there's an open trade, so this logic is always true, and it's going up here to my type and is ending right there. So let me see if I could move that a little bit so you could see more. I'll have to close this dialog, open that. Well, that's not any better. So let me try this. I'm going to make the drawing a little bit smaller so it all fits. There we go. Okay, and so what you'll notice is that there's a number on each link as it's animated, and that is the tick count. And that's something that we made up in the VTS EA Builder. All it is each time your Expert Advisor gets called and runs with new information, new price information, what we call tech, it increments this. And that way, we originally did it so you could look at your chart, you could see that your EA was actually alive and that it was running, with different price information. And so, again, it's just used here so you could see, we're on tick 391. And that's also on the chart. Let me bring that back up. You notice on the price chart, on almost all the price charts that you attach an Expert Advisor that's built by VTS, we put the tick up here and the running tick count so you can see that it's alive. And that kind of matches what you see right here. Now, this isn't the kind of thing that you would typically run for a long time. You would run this while you're testing, while you're trying to figure out what's going on. And one of the reasons is that it creates a file. Here, I just brought it into here. Let's see. And right now the file is small. It's just a simple text file. But if you run this for a day or days or so, this file will get very big. The file is automatically deleted when you stop the EA. So as long as you're not running the EA, you're okay. But if you're running this EA for a long time with the Tick Watcher enabled, that file can get pretty big. So I don't recommend doing that. Also, the performance that you see will kind of depend on the kind of PC you have and how much memory you have. This is actually running pretty well. This is a pretty beefy system that I use for testing, especially since it's also recording the screen at the same time. But you'll see different behavior depending on your computer system. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. And now, if you want to run this EA again for real, and you don't want to create the file or run the animation, you'd go back to the Debug Manager, you'd disable it, and then rebuild your EA. And then you'd be all set. You wouldn't be creating that file anymore. So again, it's just something that you want to do while you're going through a testing stage, and so that you can watch the logic and give you a better idea of how it's behaving, what it should be doing. So you can attach it to any drawing, not just the main drawing. If you have drawing functions, what you do is you'd select that tab and then go into the Debug Manager and enable it from there, and then you'll see the animation on that tab. And that's about all. This is something that, if you notice, we named the plugin itself is the Debug Manager, and this particular feature is called Tick Watcher. What we'll be doing is we'll be adding a lot more tools to the Debug Manager that will help traders debug their Expert Advisors.